Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Comedy and Crumpets. My name is Dylan Mandlsohn, and next to me is Mr. Pat Treuer. I'm coming to you all the way from Toronto, Canada. Pat's coming to you all the way from the mountains of Colorado, talking
Yes.
to a UK crowd. It's absolutely
Yes.
fantastic. Yes. For those of you that are joining us for the very first time, please, we would love to hear from you. Have any comments or questions throughout our show? Feel free to throw them at us. We love you guys. We love to field all this stuff, and we'd like to thank all of our fans for joining us. I think we know what we have, but
Hey, we're doing great. We've got zero.
Zero yet one like. Oh, we got okay.
Look at that. The ask and the show.
Things are still, man, and we should be a stock, man. We're moving up. We're a valuable penny stock right now, man.
Oh, I tell you what. Hey, buddy, I'm gonna clear out the old. Hey, look at this, Ray Turner.
Hope you fixed your feed, Dylan. Buddy, I hope so too, man. Last week was a disaster.
It looks a lot better, I gotta say.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good right now. You know,
did you guys forget to pay the internet bill, or what happened there?
I don't know, man. There's a lot in life I don't know about. You'd be surprised. I always tell people, you'd be surprised what I know, and you'd be surprised what I don't know. Because I'm both very dumb at the same time. You just got to catch me, I don't know, somewhere where I'm good. But
where are you good besides comedy?
That's one of the questions that sort of errs on the side of dumb. Yeah, it's tough to answer questions about myself. It's weird. I don't know. You ever do that? How's everyone else doing? Everyone else flaring up? I don't know. I'm on caffeine right now, which I know is a legal drug, but oh my God, I think I'm getting addicted to it. What's that?
Yeah, you picked up coffee this past year.
I did. I picked up coffee, and a lot of people who are very, they're coffee connoisseurs. I'm not. I go 3 sweetener and 3 cream. I turn it into not coffee after a while. And I'm addicted to it. Man. It's so good. It is so good. You ever have that sip of coffee? That first sip, it just hits your brain and you're like, life is grand. It's just everything. I elevate. It's amazing. It feels like one of the other things where you just start rising up and then you realize, oh my God, I'm off the ground. It's really, really great.
Ray, he's good at crapping himself in front of his students without them knowing. It's a skill. 100% correct, Ray.
That's true. That's one of those things I'm good at.
Yeah, did you make it without dumping your pants?
Say that one more time.
Did you make it this week without dumping your pants while teaching?
I made it. Sadly, I've made it because I enjoy an adventure. You know what I mean? I do. I enjoy an adventure and a good story. And this week it's been okay. I did. You know what I ate earlier? You know why I had the coffee before this? It's weird, because you think about doing a show like this, which feels, there's adrenaline to it. We're performing to 2 people.
Six.
Are we at the 6? We're at 6 people.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. Oh, you're gonna love this. My dad just walked into the room and his phone is on speaker. He has no idea that we're live right now.
Yeah, okay. He doesn't care. He doesn't care if he did.
I live with my parents. That's just right there. That's me paying the rent.
Who's he talking
It's my house. Yeah, he'll call me a son of a bitch. He'll make fun of my mom right to my face.
Who's your dad talking to right now?
I have no idea. But it's just wonderful. The obliviousness. You never, like with parents, I don't know, are they oblivious or they just don't give a shit? I can't tell.
They just don't care. What is
I can't. Oh, you're on the, I didn't know you were with the red curtain in the kitchen. I didn't. What is happening here? I don't.
Camera and light set up and show. Oh, is this a show that you do every week? It sure is.
Yeah. Is this what you've been doing? Is this my show? Just downing on me now. Yeah.
What are some things that your dad says often that, and let's take it anywhere. Makes you laugh, makes you be like, come on, Dad.
I'll tell you exactly. Right, yeah. Hey, Mom. She's right next to me, actually.
She's the best.
Yeah. Oh God, I think I have something in my teeth. Do I? No.
Okay. Don't, come on.
Sorry.
Don't do it.
Sorry. I get a little.
All right, what does your dad say?
He goes. I'll tell you what he starts almost every sentence with. You should. We play that game. Are we playing You Should again? You know what you should do, son. You should. And then it's just a list of chores or new life choices, or just it's
what
just
kind of chores you doing?
It couldn't be riddled with, like, my dad has a weird way of loving me. Like, I want you to be great, son, and you know what you should do? It just makes me. I hear you're doing it wrong, son. Everything, life in general. Let me tell you. All the new directions is just me. I almost had a fantasy of living life so great that my dad, he's about to go, you should, and he's like, you should. And his brain just like starts to fragment because he can't. I've lived it perfect. You should. Like, he can't give me criticism, judgment, shame, blame, guilt. You know what I mean? Like, just can't do it. But I haven't come to that point in my life yet.
You should you tell him you don't want to do chores anymore.
Is chores what I should be researching in life? What jokes I should be? You should be more edgy. That's what he tells me the other day. You should be more edgy. And I'm like, okay. And do you have sort of like a direction, a thought, or some specificity to that? Did you want me to? Like I had no, like, it was just like, you're just not enough, son. Not enough. And I don't know that that's what he's trying to say, but the child in me is just like, that's how it's coming right on. It's gone. So therapy. That's what I'm after right now. Therapy is good, strong. Yeah. Do they still charge $150? I think I can afford that. Yeah. It's.
Oh, buddy. Okay. Well, what's been going on this week?
Man, it's what kind of week? You ever have one of those weeks that just flies by? It's been like a bit of a blur. I've done some more online teaching. It's been great. He can't stop doing chores. His dad stopped his allowance.
Right,
honestly, I feel like Ray and my dad could actually be running. Are you raising me too, Ray? Honestly, are you like sort of Cyrano de Bergerac?
Has become a father figure for both of us here on the
show. Totally. He's the smartest guy on the show. He's not even on the show.
Oh, number one fan, Ray Turner. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Okay, so this week.
I've been teaching and just feeling all kinds of useless. Now, students are supposed to go back to school next week, and I got to be honest, man. I'm probably the only teacher on the planet that wants it to stay at home because I'm just in my kitchen. I'm like, the kids they got their screens shut off for the most part, muted. I'm so useless, and I'm getting paid. It's awesome,
and you love it.
I love it, man. I love it. So I'm going to go back in those classrooms, and there's 30 of them right in front of me, and they're all like being douchey, and it just sucks.
Yeah, say I did okay with my daughter, so could be worse. All right, Ray, fantastic. What besides you pooping your pants while teaching class last week? What have been some other notable stories from your old virtual teaching experiences?
It's interesting. So because they're teaching me, man. Honest to God, they understand the programs and they understand the Zoom chats and how things work. Remember, you were trying to help me out with getting to view everybody on these chats, right. And I was just like, I don't know life. And it turns out you can't do it on your phone. I'm just like, okay, and like I didn't even know to tell you that. I'm just really in the dark with that stuff.
Yeah.
So, man, they teach me, and then I sit here, and then they look to me for like some sort of authority here. But I think they're really thinking, okay, we're 11 and we know more than this guy. Like, I wonder how that feels. Wait, we know more than the guy who's telling us what to do.
Yeah.
It's a little, that feels weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's I'm ready to bust out. I'm ready. I told my dad the other day after a lot of heavy criticism, I just want to leave. I just want to bust out.
You just voted in after a lot of heavy criticism.
You know, and I say that because when I say that, you might get the idea that that's like, oh wow, like did you have like a big fight with your dad? Like, no, that's just Wednesday's conversation. That's just how we talk.
That's just it.
Yeah. Do you ever? What do we got? Was this? You mean you weren't teaching from your phone the whole time? Oh yeah, no. I thank you. No, I was teaching. I had. I don't even know. Yeah, thanks for stumping me. I have a computer here, and I'm on my phone. I'm cheeking away because I don't know the lingo. But
what were you just? Did you just say? Away? Is that what you said?
Texting. Here's the thing, right? Like, okay,
I was texting on my phone. Is that what you were trying to say?
Yeah, I was trying to say texting on the phone. It's the beauty of it. I get to text on the phone, and you know, I do a little bit of research, play a little chess. I love chess. You know. Yeah, I'm a bit of a chess connoisseur, actually.
Oh, connoisseur. That's why you're talking with me.
Yes. Connoisseur. It's a fun word.
It is. How do you spell it?
That's a good question. C-O-N, E-S-E-W-E-R. Connoisseur. Did you catch that?
You're not teaching English, are you?
I teach English. That's my forte. E-W-E-R.
I think and con is sewer is what
yes,
you do.
Because I speak English.
Sewer.
Yes, I do.
You just spell sewer. Like the Ninja Turtles in the sewer. Okay, so you're teaching English to the fine youth of Canada.
Yeah, I'm responsible for the young minds of today. which everyone is qualified to be frightened.
Isn't it a French word, connoisseur?
You know, Pat, I got to tell you, man, I really appreciate your level of inquisitivity.
Listen, I don't know. I'm just asking. Like I'm really asking. I don't know. It's not a level of intelligence.
Can we just let Ray be like a permanent member of our show?
Hold on. Let's stress two things here. One, I don't even know how to spell connoisseur, but I know you didn't spell it correctly. Two, I think it's French. I'm not sure. I'm asking because I'm generally inquisitive. And given that you had mentioned in somehow of your childhood education, I believe you had mentioned in a previous episode that you had French lessons growing up in Canada as it's the second language there. So I was like, I wonder if that plays well. And then, but I don't know. It could be, not French too.
I didn't like French growing up because I had a French teacher in the 8th and 9th grade. And she was not fun. She wasn't fun, and I could have sworn I smelled booze and coffee. And it made me. By the time I went to high school in the 10th grade, I started learning Latin. I just wanted to get away from French. She just put a bad spell on it for me.
Sure. Look at coming through with fact checking. That's fair. Connoisseur is French.
Yes. Thank you, Ray. Thank you kindly.
Thank you kindly, Ray. I knew he'd get it for us. I knew he'd bring it in.
Ray he knows what time it is.
He knows what's going on.
Yeah, he gets it.
Okay, sorry, we got a little distracted there, and we're talking about teaching and other things in the week. What else you got on the docket for yourself that we need to review?
Whew, man, that's a good question. So it was really interesting when I do want to get edgier about the humor that I was doing because I used to be an edgy comic. And then I realized, well, if you're not a fan of comic, the money is in clean comedy, right? Cruises, corporates, one-nighters, private events, fundraisers. People want clean comedy. Yep. But the truth is, I'm born a natural, I gravitate to edgier comedy, and that doesn't necessarily mean swearing per se, but just talking about
Yeah.
you know, stuff. And it's more fun for me. I just watched Doug Stanhope's comedy, most recent comedy special. I'm gonna tell you, man, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's such a good piece of comedy. Now, I wouldn't say it's for everybody, and I would say Doug Stanhope's watching this, and I'm sure he is. That he would attest to that. He would attest that he's not everybody. He has his fan base, but if a person is a big fan of stand-up comedy, they cannot but love this piece of comedy. It is so rich and in detail and just original and so fun and
Where'd
dark.
you watch it?
Where did I watch it? I watched it on YouTube. I caught it on YouTube, and I was surprised to see some new Stanhope stuff, and I loved it. I loved it. It was so good.
All right. When did you first get turned on to Stanhope?
Man, I guess a long time ago. I couldn't believe that he speaks so dark about certain things, and yet he's like humanitarian. It seems like he's like this guy that cares and wants to be done better in life, but yet it comes at it with such a dark angle. But he's just brilliant. I love that guy. I watched another special too, and somewhere in the same vein, there's a comic named Chad Daniels. I don't know if you have ever heard of Chad Daniels. He is excellent, wonderful, beautiful person too. I got an opportunity to work with Chad in Las Vegas once, and it was a hell gig. We did. It's at a casino in Vegas that doesn't exist anymore. It was called the Fitzgerald. We did a show that followed a country music impressionist show. It was downtown Las Vegas. Nothing, like the only audience, no one was under 80 years old in our audience, and it wasn't anywhere near halfway sold out. It was like just peppered people all around. It was awful. The fun we had was just embracing about how terrible this gig was.
Yeah.
The gig not only does the casino not exist anymore, but the guy who ran the gig stiffed almost every comedian with their paycheck, me included.
Really?
I didn't get paid for it. Yeah, it was that bad a gig.
Jeez, that's terrible.
Chad got paid, which was great. I'm so happy he did. He hated the audience so much. He was headlining at the time, and I'm opening. And the more he hated the audience, the darker he got with them. And he did this one impression, and I hope he doesn't hate me for doing this one impression that he did. It was so funny. I'm going to do an impression of a gay Arthur Fonzarelli. That's right, everybody. A gay Fonz from Happy Days, for those of you that don't know. And he goes, this is my impression of gay Fonz. AIDS.
Oh, okay. All right.
I laughed so hard. It's dark, but it's just so funny, and I laughed so hard at the back. And the audience, they were like elderly people that they would have walked out if they could, but I don't think they could get out. Look, it took some time, so they were just, they were just had to be there. But
clearly,
yeah. But
it sounds like not many were.
Yeah, but Chad Daniels has recently put out something. It is amazing. It really is. He very smart, very clever, original, just comedy between the two. Doug Stanhope, Chad Daniels. I'm telling you, anybody watching, what do we got? 5 people. Check out Doug Stanhope and Chad Daniels.
All right. What else happened in that gig? So how did you handle not getting paid? Let's talk about that.
I ended up getting, I had a manager at the time, and, she was the one that got me into that gig, and I had even paid her prior to even getting paid her commission check, and then it bounced. I think I got the check that night that bounced. They reissued another one that bounced. It was a nightmare. But it was that weekend. What's that?
Did you talk to him about it? The club?
No, that guy he just disappeared. It was like one of those like nightmare kind of situations. You pay to get there, and you spend the whole week offering your comedy services. Already a really challenging gig. The only reason I got through it well was because Chad and I had a fun time. We're just making fun and light of the situation. But if you're on those road gigs where you don't really get along well with the other comedian, you just feel alone. You're like, oh my god, like I'm in the end of the Las Vegas. It was downtown Vegas. It's dark, and it's just there's no friends. It's all like just.
What am I doing with my life?
Yeah, like if you've ever walked around that place during the day, it's so dry, and you just see it for what it is.
Yeah,
there's no magic to it. It's like, what am I doing here?
Why am I doing this? This is a nightmare.
Yeah.
We've got 10 minutes.
How many minutes do we have?
10.
10 minutes. Okay. And so anyway, we it was a tough gig, but I ended up getting through it. But it was great because we played poker. We had a poker tournament, and the funniest thing was the top 3 got paid, and me and Chad made it to the top 4, and Chad lost in 4th place. So he was out of the money, and he kept looking at me going, is he allowed to win? He's Canadian. So he's Canadian. You got your papers? Let's see him. It was great. He was great ball breaking. But yeah, man, there was. But Chad ended up introducing me to my now agent, which elevated my career. So I love that guy.
Agent?
What's that?
Did you say that your connection cut out? He introduced you to your agent.
Yeah, he did.
How did things change after that?
I ended up moving from like middling clubs to headlining them, and ended up traveling all over America, places like Delaware and Iowa and Ohio.
What makes a good agent for you? With your experience working with various people, what makes a good agent?
An agent, a good one takes initiative, knows how to sell. Like a great agent is like one that kind of gets you things you don't necessarily deserve.
Right.
That's always the greatest. But
what was your first experience that you felt like you didn't deserve?
I don't know that I've actually gotten that experience yet. That would just be something I would like. My agent right now, it's really cool. He contacted me out of the blue. Man, this is a crazy story, actually. I had a college agent at the time, and he booked me to do South Dakota. And about a week and a half prior to this gig, this one-nighter in South Dakota, I get an email out of the blue from who my agent is now. There's been a fallout on Norwegian Cruise Line. Would you like to do a gig? And I said yes. And so, are you available? And I said yes, and I wasn't. So I just knew, and he said, and if you take the gig, I knew that this could be a recurring gig, it's just a really great opportunity. He also discussed representation afterwards. So now I'm getting a Los Angeles agent. I can get myself into these cruises as opposed to just like an occasional one-nighter in God knows where. So I canceled on him. I called the agent I had at the time, and I said, "Look, I'm really, really sorry, but I have to cancel on you. I have to not do the gig." And I said, I understand that this is unprofessional. It's not lost on me. I'll tell you what I'm willing to do. If they do this next year or any other time, I will do it for free. And you can even keep all, including any pay that I may even get. I also said, if they're not doing this gig next year, and they're really upset, my sincerest apologies, but because of you, and for you book any other gig, I'll do that one for free. I'll fly myself there, I'll do anything, and I have it all in email and all that stuff. This guy hit the roof, man. I have not gotten emails so vile, so aggressive, and just the worst language you could ever imagine being from me. And on top of, I'm going to sue you. He's sending me these PayPal emails saying, put money into that. You owe me money. I'm like, you treat me like I get you sent them a group of comedians and they picked me, and that's great, but I'm not Seinfeld over here. There can be a comedian that can fill my shoes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I ended up getting in with Norwegian, and then that agent. So Norwegian for certain shows has certain cruise ships. They have opening acts. I opened for them. When they moved me up to headline, my agent at the time basically broadcasted that to another cruise agency and said, "I got a guy that Norwegian's really interested in right now. They're moving him up to headline. Would you be interested?" And they said yes. So now I've got two different entities booking me on. I got the other Norwegian cruise lines that don't smaller ships, plus Celebrity Cruise Lines, Carnival Cruise Lines, and I just turned into a pirate.
Yeah, just a regular pirate, just a comedy pirate.
Comedy pirate, man. Yeah, just
all right,
walking around.
Man. It's how I was like hearing these stories about the progression of comedy, and that's
so the thing that I liked that my agent did was, when Norwegian said, "Okay, we would like to move him up to headline," he could have just said, "Okay, great, that's wonderful, a little bit more money on a paycheck when we get those gigs." But what he did was he took the initiative by saying, "Hey, I'm going to let another cruise agency know that this is happening and see if they're interested in headlining him on the ships that are outside of this particular of the ships that are going to headline him, right?"
Yeah.
Because a certain agency only handles certain cruises. I know it's a little confusing. Right. This agency handles all the other ones.
Right.
So, with them, and that, because he took that initiative, it really helped. I mean, so I appreciate that. Was that anything that I didn't deserve? No, that was, I think, all in my wheelhouse. But had he not done that, that wouldn't have happened. So I credit him for that, and I appreciate him doing that.
Ah, incredible! 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Okay. Well, I have a couple of fun facts here that I would love to share with you. Yeah. Did you know this is a really fun fact. Did you know that you're more likely to get a computer virus from a religious site than a porn site? I'm just saying, be careful where you masturbate. That's all I'm trying to say. Yeah, I don't want to get into too much information, but I learned the hard way. Okay,
I got something for that. I was looking at, COVID has its own website, and it's a .gov, which means the government put it on, which means like supreme importance. And I was like, I wonder what other websites there are for diseases. So I looked up AIDS.com. I looked it up, and the site is for sale and had a link to another site. I didn't click on it because I didn't want my computer to get a virus.
Yeah, because that virus isn't going away.
And then there's herpes.com as well. They have some job postings and some like snake oil. That's not a joke. That was a couple months ago. I thought that's just the most ridiculous thing. So next fun fact.
Okay. All right. That's this one a little bit. Okay. This irked me a little bit. Did you that it was not as fun for me, but I thought it was interesting. Do you know that sumo wrestlers, they make babies cry for good luck? You believe that? Now I have a question though. Is this for good luck to win a fight, or is this just to try to die by 35? Do you know what I mean? Like, but it's interesting. There's certain customs that I come across with Asians that feel so foreign to me. They're so like the where's the logic? How do superstitions? I try.
Because it is.
I know
it feels so foreign because it is.
but you know how like you might learn a certain custom by a culture and you go, oh, that's we should be doing more of that. We should be. I went to Spain, and it turns out like the food that they make there is really delicious and fresh, and they care more about their ingredients. I'm like, why don't we do that? Sounds like a nice, not necessarily a custom, but like a way of life. Here's another thing about Spain. When I was there, they don't tip that much.
Right.
You know what I mean? I tipped them, and they kind of looked at me like, "Do I look poor to you?"
Yeah.
You tipping me? They were like offended. I'm like, so you have a custom here where you don't tip?
Yeah.
They're
So they
like,
get paid more. They get
yeah,
paid
they're
more.
just looking at me like, yeah, we get paid enough. Thank you. We're not homeless.
Yeah.
We're not. We do. We're what? I did you not enjoy my service? Is this a pity thing? I was like, why? This is amazing. Because I was like, that in North America, our whole tipping industry is completely on the foundation of guilt. That it really is. It is completely on entitlement and guilt and shame, and that's really a big reason why we're
just ensuring you get some good service.
You know what I mean? Like, so I love that. But when it comes time to these certain things coming out of Asia, it's just I just like, where's the logic? Where's the
So would you say that you're not a connoisseur of Asia?
I am not a connoisseur. I think in this case I am a pro-sour, if that applies in an odd way.
Well, that's what's going to bring us to the end of the show.
Okay, nice. And
listen, what do you want?
No one really understands. If all 5 people haven't seen that are watching now haven't seen my Dry Bar comedy special, I implore you to check that out. Also here, Pat, if you're not aware, books amazing comedy shows, just wonderful. Pat, where can they find you if they want to book a comedy show?
Just go to the old Instagram at Real Funny Pat. That's the easiest one. We got the website on there, but I want to point out, and Ray, I appreciate you buying a ticket for the pilot episode. We got our test run episode tonight for our big episode 1 week from tonight at 7 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Eastern, which Dylan, to my other side, is going to be on. It's of the comics, for the comics, by the comics. We have 5 comedians and myself as a host, and it's about an hour. And we've got an amazing lineup. We've got next week. So tonight's the test run, which we have great comics. We got Brian Kiley, we got Jackie Fabulous, Tyler Fowler, Theory Cooper, Non Hirschberg. Just a test run tonight. So Ray, just keep that in mind, buddy. And we appreciate you buying a ticket. And for everyone else, a week from tonight is our big episode with Dylan Mandlsohn, Alonzo Bowden, Monique Marvez, and there's 2 that I'm just monsters that I'm forgetting right now. Oh man. Anyways, ofthecomics.com is the ticket site, and it's gonna be a good time. So I'm gonna run this show every Thursday night and Friday night for the next 2 months to create some opportunities for some comedians. So we've got all right. Alonzo Bowden, Dylan Mandlsohn, Monique Marvez, Dana Eagle, myself, and there's one more. Anyways, that's all I've been working on. So we're excited, and I'm excited to have you on there, buddy. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're working out the kinks tonight, and so we have a good structure for everybody. And just follow Dylan's social media for the tickets on that. I'll be sending it to you tomorrow or Saturday, buddy.
Yep, I'll be posting them.
Yeah, and that's it. That's really all I want to plug today.
Beautiful. Well, we'd like to thank the comfortable living room amount of people that are today. The amount of people that watched today, we all could have shared an Uber. And I appreciate you guys tuning in. Ray, thank you so much. Yes, Ray, culture, you have to tie and tie again. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Hey, Elena and Fran, we appreciate you guys and our mysterious other viewers. So excellent. Thank you for watching, everybody. And well, until next time. Until next time, everybody. Have a safe week. Same time next week. Thanks.